Welcome to Babywearing 101, where I'm going to teach you the basics of baby wearing. To start off, I am not a certified baby wearing expert, although I do know a few. I'm just a mom whose special interest is learning things, so this is what I've learned. Today we're going to talk about the ways to carry. The first way to carry is the one that people typically think of, which is front carrying, where the baby is facing you on your chest. This is ideal for newborns and infants. It's also great for naps. The next way to carry is back carrying. Although there are safe ways to carry before 6 months, most people do not back carry until the baby is over 6 months of age and sitting unassisted. Now, sitting unassisted can mean different things to different people. They don't have to get themselves into the sit, but if you are able to place them in a sit and then they stay there and they do not topple over for an extended period of time without a tripod sit, meaning without using one of their arms to keep themselves up, then that is considered sitting unassisted, and that is when they are safe for a back carry. Up next is one of my favorite carry positions, which is the hip carry, where the baby is resting on your hip and they are in a carrier. Now, I should note, this is a ring sling. In a ring sling, if you have proper positioning, you can be hands-free. If you are using a hip seat, you cannot be hands-free. This right here is the Tush Baby, Max, come on! This right here is a hip seat, and this is a carry assist. This is not a carrier. I cannot be hands-free with a hip seat. I must have at least one arm on my baby at all times. And the last carry position is world-facing front carry. Now, I do want to note that the world-facing front carry is something that you can do. It is okay, but it is not recommended by baby wearing educators because it's extremely difficult to get a good, safe fit. I'll talk more in part 3 about what a safe fit looks like to see if that is something that you are able to achieve in a world-facing front carrier. Unsafe fits in this position are extremely dangerous because they can damage the hips and the spine. There's also an increased asphyxiation risk, and it separates the baby from their caregiver in an unnatural way. It's typically uncomfortable for the wearer because the baby's center of gravity is more forward, which forces you into a more hunched position, which is just less comfortable and puts more strain on the back. It is never safe to nap in world facing, and it's also not considered safe to world face for more than 20 minutes at a time. World facing may seem like what your baby wants to do, and that makes sense, but the overstimulation can actually be really exhausting, and it can create a lot of anxiety in babies. Babies haven't learned how to filter the important information from the unimportant information around them, so there's just a lot going on. A baby facing inward can turn their head in order to get away from these situations that are overwhelming them. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do it, or even that you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that if you look at good, better, and best, world-facing is never able to be best. At most, you can get a good or a better fit. You cannot get best with world-facing. What you're trying to achieve with a world-facing carrier, you can usually achieve with a side carry or a back carry, allowing the baby to still see all of the world and interact with it in the ways that they're wanting to. Also, I've seen this a few times on TikTok before, and I've gotten blocked for very politely asking people not to show that, but some people are very irresponsible in the way that they promote carriers, and it is never safe to world face with a back carrier. Never, 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 never. You should never have a baby on your back facing outward. Not okay. All right, I hope that this was helpful. Up next, we will be talking about types of carriers. Let me know what you'd like to see. Bye.